Paran Takare, Banushashi Bamisato, Budasha Gurusha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Om Hrim Gurave Namaha. Gracious God, Supreme Intelligence of the universe, just be with me and my viewers and enlighten us as to what is going on in the cosmos and how we can be prepared to be our best selves as we go through it this week. Aho, Amen, Tat Sat. Greetings, I'm Cosmic Kev with Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine where we take the planets, the houses, the signs of the zodiac and try to make sense of it. And according to mostly tropical Western astrology. Now, I do mention Vedic astrology because it's sidereal and it is more accurate as to the astronomical positions of the planets. So, if we were to look at the sky today, we'd see the moon in the constellation of Sagittarius going into Capricorn. And this is for Wednesday, September 3rd through the, I guess the 9th or 10th of September. Yeah. So when we do it, because I'm doing Tuesdays through Wednesday through Tuesday every week now. And please subscribe. Please share the video. Please like. Give me your comments. I thank you for watching it. Encourage more people to watch it. And we'll go sign by sign in the Western tradition. But first we'll talk about, the sky, where the moon for Wednesday, the 3rd, is in a lunar mansion known as Uttara Ashada. So Uttara Ashada is 1/4 Sagittarius, 3/4 Capricorn. It's a place where Jupiter gets debilitated. It's ruled by the sun, though. And so I think with the sun being in sidereal Leo today, even though in Western astrology it's Virgo, I think good results are going to happen. There's going to be a lot of light and truth be cast on things. And also the sun-ruled nakshatras tend to do good stuff. They tend to bring out more of an openness, more of a truth, and more of a divine kind of authority versus sort of a mean-spirited and manipulated one. And there's a lot of that, and like I say, all things are owned that way. We are heading in a waxing moon period that's going to turn into a waning moon period on Sunday the 7th of September. So on that day the moon will be full in the constellation of Aquarius, in a lunar mansion known as Purvabhadrapada or Purvabhadra. So that is the front end of the funeral pyre, and it's ruled by Jupiter, so there is a sense of expansion, spiritual truth, and good fortune. Its ruling deity is Ekajapata. It's a guise of Shiva. So there is sort of like this burning, and there is this clearing things away that is going to be taking place. So be careful with fire, all those things, especially if you're in the West where it's pretty dry this time of year. What's interesting as I'm recording this video, the moon is in Purva Shada, which is ruled by Apis, the water god, and it's sprinkling a little bit here in Northern California. So there's some storm that seems to be affecting the Central Valley and Sacramento Valley and the Sierra and maybe Southern Cascade. And so I just think that's interesting. So we're going to just go sign by sign now in Western astrology. In Western astrology, of course, moon's in Capricorn. That's, for Wednesday the 3rd. And And then on Thursday, it will be in Aquarius, and through the weekend now. The full moon, of course, in Western is in Pisces, but in Vedic it's in Aquarius still. Purva Nakshatra, element of combustion, the sword, so people get riled about things, just keep everything really chilled out as we go through the week. Greetings, Aries, welcome to your horoscope. So, sign by sign in Western tradition. You still have Neptune in the first house, and what's really changed is Saturn's back in your 12th house. Saturn is more useful in the 12th house. So, in a lot of ways, recording your dreams, dealing maybe with legal things that had not quite been taken care of is part of what I'm seeing here. It's also interesting to note that, when we have the full moon, we're going to have the south node K2 on one side of the sun and Mercury on the other side of the sun, kind of hemming it in. So it's like you've got basic information and you've got your intuition to trust in social situation. It isn't a Sunday, so a lot of people will gather for spiritual meetings on Sunday. It should be a really interesting day. It's at 11:09 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Sunday, this full moon coming up. What I see for you mostly this week is helping serve others, helping others, and using that energy to create better karma for yourself. And doing that, also trying to keep things peaceful in your relationship, when you're communicating, in that work, just do your best. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So, for you, the sun in Virgo, seasonal Virgo, with Mercury is going to work out well. It works out well with your children going back to school. It works out well with you being in your heart, with working on your creative expression. Venus, of course, still in Leo, in your kind of home environment, so beautifying your home, your garden, taking care of your fixed assets, all of this is going to work for you in your favor. I would just use some caution after the full moon, especially on Monday and Tuesday this week, the 8th and 9th. Because not everything always works out the way we want it to. And we have to be aware of that as we go through the week. Okay, so let's go to Gemini. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, whenever you have Uranus, conjuncting your sun, and that'd only be for like May Geminis, there's something is churning up, something is more exciting, it's new, it's fresh. Virgo's the other Mercury ruled sign. Virgo tends to be more discriminating than Gemini. Gemini's like, hey, anything goes kind of thing, and Virgo's like, are you kidding me? Have you learned anything yet? And it's like, well, okay. So it's a time of year for you to ground yourself, spend more time at home, spend more time with your parents, family, if your parents are still alive, and take care of your fixed assets. This full moon will affect you in the workplace or with your karma with the public, how you perform for other people. So that's where this full moon takes place. It's in the public. It's 11:09. There's some people that are party animals, will sleep in till then. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of activity this Sunday morning, and you want to be up for it. Whatever it is, you want to be up for it. Okay. Let's go here now. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Virgo time is about your neighbors, it's about your siblings, it's about your friends, it's about writing, it's about working with your hands, working on creative projects, stories, all these things. They come into being. And with Mercury there, with the sun, and even K2. It's like you might be getting some kind of ancestral memories and like write it down. You know, you could kind of, I guess this would be like channel your ancestors week or something for you. The full moon is going to be delightful for you in Pisces, which is your ninth house, so it's a good weekend for travel and for exploration. I mean, you have to realize that, you know, the moon is with Saturn. And so there could be some depressing things, some limitations that you have to deal with when that happens. So, all in all, you know, just kind of move forward the best you can. I mean, today's kind of romantic, and so you could be doing some lovely peacemaking work. Let's move over to Leo. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, you know, Virgo time is your second house. It's dealing with money. A lot of Leos are teachers. They're getting their first paychecks. They're dealing with their finances. Not all Leos are teachers. Some are performers. Some are really quiet, more introspective people, helping other people. There's a lot of different styles, and most Leos are sidereal cancers. So, you know, there is a sensitive and emotional side that they don't always show right up front. Venus being there though, it's like, Leo, you're looking good. You know, this is you. You're still showing qualities that are aesthetically pleasing and desirable to others, and there's transformation in the way that you work with relationships. And this full moon's in your eighth house, so whatever happens Sunday, it's going to be out of your control. And I think just knowing that, just be at peace and just relinquish, let go. Don't let anything affect you in a negative way. And everything's coming together. Your values, your family, that's what's in focus. Mars in the third house is actually an activator for the third house. It's a good place to be. You have more courage than usual. Keep moving forward. Okay, greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, you know, Mercury and Sun in the first house. You're the flavor of the month. This is your time to be. I want to wish some happy birthday shouts to some of my Virgo Sun friends in the Western tradition. That would be Sally Lonecker, Jay Langsworthy, and there's probably a few others that are going to come to mind as I go through this. But just note that this is your time to sign. Oh yeah, to Jeff and over in the Bay Area there, Jeffrey Pine. His birthday, I believe, is this week as well, or this time of year. So, happy birthday to all my Virgo friends and the ones born after the 10th and afterwards. I'll try to get to you next week. Okay. So, I mean, you've got good critical thinking right now. You probably, you have to watch your tongue and not spout off too much because of the Mars in the second house. For Wednesday, it looks good. You're in your heart. Moon's in the fifth house. It's a good placement for you. Pluto in the sixth. Just keep on working on having better health. And so this full moon is about romance. It's about partnership. It's about your workplace, your scene, how you do things there. And you know, whenever you have Neptune, there's always this element of illusion, you know. And I mean, Neptune's actually in Aries. It's not really in your seventh house, but it's pretty close to Saturn, and it's still pretty close to where this moon is. And Saturn brings limits, so it's just like not everything is always what it appears to be, even in your relationships. So don't make any hasty decisions. Just relax and move forward. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, Mars in the first house gives you a little extra dynamic energy. It gives you power. Now, Sun in the 12th house is along with Mercury. It's a placement of loss, and it's also a place where I'd say having a dream journal, record your dreams. They have messages for you. You want to look at those. They're pertinent as to where you're at right now. So that's something I'd say be worth investigating. And Otherwise, Venus and Leo is very social, so you're making it about town. Jupiter in Cancer should be helping you at the workplace. The moon today being in the fourth house, you probably think to yourself, God, I'd rather stay home if I could. But when it does go into the full moon in Pisces, which will be in your sixth house, it's just like with Saturn, and not too far away is Neptune, who's in your seventh house. That means you want a spiritual relationship, but you want to watch your health and don't eat anything junky this weekend because it could really affect you in a way you were not going to be happy with. Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Mars in the 12th house always is like, watch your back. There could be some restlessness. There could be some unfinished business that you're not able to see that someone else is seeing. Jupiter in the ninth house gives you the sense of good fortune that, there is some kind of blessing on you. And Venus in your midheaven, it shows that you're able to perform creatively very well. So using that creative mojo in a good way is going to work out in your favor ultimately. So just having that creative resources. Virgo time is 11th house, so helpful friends, people that are really have your back show up for you. So I think you're going to be okay. And the full moon is in the fifth house, which is lovely. It is heart opening. It is creative, and I think you'll do pretty good with it. But take note, Saturn's there with it, and so is the north node of the moon. And there's going to be some shadowy, more difficult stuff to deal with on that full moon for everyone, really. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So Jupiter is in the 8th house. So, allowing other people to help you is critical at this time. Virgo rules your midheaven, how you perform, how you work, how you do things in the world. And so a lot of the spotlight is going to be on your talents, skills, and abilities, and just continue to do the best you can. And you will be fine. This week, it looks like, Wednesday's a good day for making money. Thursday, Friday, it'll be more about siblings and longtime friends. The weekend and the full moon is more about your house, your home, your mother, your family, what's going on with them, and how to honor that and realize that not everything always goes easy, but, at times if you work hard and you're willing to be mature about it, you're going to reap some benefits. You're going to reap some blessings with that. Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Saturn moved back into Pisces this week, which is really good, actually, because Saturn's debilitated in Aries. So there's a little more functionality. Now, Saturn in the 3rd house could mean that there's some unfinished business with your siblings. It could mean that you need to be more disciplined about writing and keeping a journal. It could also be that you just need to slow down a little bit and get to know your neighbors, especially older people in your neighborhood. Virgo time is a great time for Capricorn. It rules the 9th house. Actually, it's probably the best time of year for vacations for Capricorns if you're going anywhere. Now that Labor Day is over and all the hoopla and Burning Man, all that's done, now you can, all the extras are back at work. You can go out and enjoy nature now. And relationships should be good with Jupiter in the 7th house. So I see a lot of things flourishing right now for Capricorn, and even the Mars in the midheaven in the 10th house is dynamic. It's helpful. So really good week for Capricorn. Looking at Aquarius now. So moon will be in Aquarius on Thursday and Friday. So those will be sort of like more powerful, happy days for you, I would imagine. Virgo is sort of a challenging sign. It's your 8th house, other people's property, other people's energy. And but it's kind of sexy too. It kind of could get up your libido because it is the 8th house. Your interest in the occult, things like astrology, turning on this show. I think allowing other people to help you is one of the keys to negotiating the eighth house. It's like it's not about you. And when we allow other people to help us, we actually create good karma for the person that's helping us. And so that's important. You could go on some little adventure with Mars in the ninth house. I could see that working out really nicely. And the full moon is going to be in your second house, so it's just like impulse buying. Try not to spend too much money. Be careful about what you say to people because we're very sensitive. We're people, and let's go on to Pisces. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so this full moon is going to be about you. Virgo's your partnership sign. So Virgo is the opposite, and opposites always have something in common with each other. A lot of people in the medical profession are Pisces because they're intuitive and they're empathetic for difficulties that other people go through. And Virgo has good critical analysis, a lot of knowledge of herbs and medicines and vitamins and things like that goes in the Virgo territory. Mars in the eighth house can be sometimes a little impatient, but it's sort of a powerful Mars. And it's powerful if you're like developing a prayer practice or a Tonglen practice, I guess, in Tibetan Buddhism, where you're breathing in other people's miseries to move out and breathe out a resolve for their miseries of happiness or peacefulness, and even your own miseries. You're acknowledging them, what is, and then breathing out what you'd like to see, and it's just another way of keeping in check. But, I guess there was a flippant comment by some political figures that, thoughts and prayers don't matter. They do, folks. It's actually science. Prayers do. People that don't believe in God that get prayed for actually end up healing quicker than people that don't believe in God and don't get prayed for. So your agnosticism or atheism doesn't really matter. God's bigger than that. And you don't have to worry. And rather than criticize other people with their beliefs, even if they just seem like ridiculous superstitions, maybe just open your mind and heart just a little teeny tiny bit and realize that we're not helping anybody by just criticizing them for their faith. It's tough to go through this world all alone, and maybe there is no babysitter, but I think there is intelligent design, and there's this sort of caring nature of the divine parents, whether you just see that in an ancestral way or the ultimate creator of the universe. I think there's elements of both there that we can look at, but I would just surrender that. And Pisces, you are like, this is your full moon, this is your time for relationships. There may be some difficulties, but I get this feeling that you're very intuitive and you're going to be able to work out whatever shadowy thing isn't working for you. And I think you're going to manifest money, whatever it is that you need this week. And in that way, you can use some of it to bless others. So thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate all the subscriptions, all the comments, and if you want a personal reading for me, send me a message. I'm always looking forward to getting to know you better. Thank you so much. Greetings to John and Colleen, to Shant, to Wordsley, Nicole, others, anyone else watching. Thank you so much. Om Shanti, 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 Om.